A. Mitchell.
Thank you very much, Permanent Secretary, and good morning, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege to be here this morning on this August occasion. And I wish to offer, first of all, apologies on behalf of the Honorable Prime Minister, who unfortunately is unable to be here this morning because of a competing engagement. But be assured, and you've seen his message in the booklet, that you have his support, and had it been possible, he would have been here this morning to offer in person his congratulations for a job well done, those of you who are receiving the medals, and those of you who are about to engage on another aspect of your career. I want to say then congratulations to those who are receiving the medals, and on this occasion, congratulations to the ambassadors designate who are about to receive their instruments of appointment. You're all friends and colleagues and have given distinguished service to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, for which the country and the government are deeply grateful. Ambassador Lowell Mortimer became the High Commissioner to India in 2014 and has served from 2014 to now, and has decided this year to demit office, and said without hesitation that his successor, in his view, ought to be Nicholas Simonet, who now acts as our Chief Passport Officer, and so will become High Commissioner to India upon the conclusion of this ceremony today. It will be his job ultimately to fulfill the expectation that one day we will have a resident ambassador in Delhi, and so that's his next assignment upon receiving these instruments. I want to also congratulate Ambassador Bastian, who took over the challenging job of heading BARIFA, which is the Bahamas Al Ray Ramsey Foreign Service Institute, which is responsible for the training of foreign service officers coming into the ministry. And with that job as Chancellor, becomes an ambassador as a result of that. And congratulations also to Ambassador Winston Pinnock, who now serves as ambassador to the Food and Agricultural Organization in Rome, but was designated by the Prime Minister to also serve as ambassador to Italy. And I see the Honorary Consul for Italy is here this morning, and welcome. These are important jobs. They are honorable jobs, and you all know how to execute those jobs with honor. And I say that today because in the air, this commentary about what ambassadors should do or say and should not do and say. I would address it this way. There are a number of conventions in our Constitution. And one of them is when there is a change of administrations, no one has to ask you whether or not you demit office. It's assumed by convention that once the administration changes, even if it is the same political party, that once the administration changes, it is the convention to offer your resignation to the incoming administration. There's nothing negative which goes with it, it's just what the rules are. So I would say generally about the commentary that no one has to ask you whether or not you should continue to serve. If you lose confidence in the person who appoints you, then there's a convention which follows from that. So that's my way of answering all those questions on that issue. I would also say we are honored, I think, privileged to have in the seat of authority today a Prime Minister who has a feel for foreign relations and the importance of foreign relations in the defense of our country. It's a small country. In a speech I gave a couple of days ago, I said it's smaller than Dade County in Miami, in Florida. But we have a right to our culture, we have a right to exist, and we have to have a right to defend our way of life. And it is the job of our ambassadors across the world to defend the country and our way of life. And I can tell you that, having worked now in 3 administrations on this matter, that all those who work for and on behalf of the country in these jobs do an admirable and excellent job in carrying out their work on behalf of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And to those of you who are receiving the medals today, I want to say, job well done, congratulations, and thank you for the service which you execute on behalf of our country. In particular, I want to mention on this occasion, at this time, Terry Archer, who has reached the age of retirement, and so we want to wish him well in the next chapter of his life. As they say in this country, not every goodbye is gone, so you will see him again. But on this occasion, we want to say thank you for the excellent work which you've executed in the position as Chief of Protocol for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I also want to reaffirm, as I said, that we have a man as our Prime Minister who has a feel for foreign relations and the importance of it. And I was reading a passage from the Ovid which described Caesar Augustus. So I leave this with you. It says, "Our prince is slow to punish, quick to reward, and when compelled to toughness, a man of grief." I think that adequately describes Philip Brave Davis on this occasion. So those who are within the sound of my voice, let them hear. I also want to reaffirm the fact that it is important for us not to undermine the security of our documents. There's a lot of information, misinformation, going again in the public domain about these documents. The Chief Passport Officer, who is about to become Ambassador, High Commissioner to India, has superintended the upgrade of the passport office, and passports are more secure than they have ever been before. I can say that without question and without doubt. There is no good thing that can come out of any Bahamian, certainly not a public official, undermining the security of our documents. That can only be to have an adverse impact on our country and our ability of our citizens to go from border to border. If we undermine the security of our documents, what is to prevent us, when we're going from one border to the next border, saying, "I read in the news there's something wrong with the Bahamian passport"? Why would we want to do that? To undermine the security, safety of our own documents. I leave that there. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is an auspicious occasion. It is a time to say thank you. It is a time to say well done. And it is a time to say go forward and defend our country. Well done. Thank you. Congratulations. And I look forward to continuing to work with all of you in the months, and may I say it, years to come. God bless you. God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Thank you very much, Minister Mitchell. Wisdom and